Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your personalized reading for the week of May 23rd to May 29th, 2022. This is a general reading, so feel free to take with you whatever resonates and leave behind for others whatever does not. To get a deeper view into your week, check out readings for your sun, moon, and rising signs. So in this initial column here, we see where you've been. You have this Truth Be Told card. You also have High Priestess, Queen of Wands, the Emperor. In this middle column, we look at your current energy. You have Drum, Dream, and Journey. Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and Nine of Wands. In this third column, we get a message about your journey. You have Locked Away. You also have the Chariot, Two of Pentacles, and the Hermit. So we'll go through and go through the meanings and get further clarifications with more tarot cards. So this Truth Be Told card of where you've been, it seems that you've been really wanting to speak your truth. You're not going to mess around with, stuff that is not for your best and highest good, and really you're just tired of, the facade. You have, with the High Priestess here, a sense of an inner knowing. Like you pick up on a lot. You can kind of read a room well, you can read someone's expressions, their mannerisms, and you can kind of see when their words and their actions don't match. This Queen of Wands and the Emperor here, I feel like this is both, all of these three cards here, I feel are your energy, Libra. It's basically you are, driven by your intuition, your passion. You kind of thrive when there's a sense of mystery around, and you have a sense of power and authority in any situation. If you want that, if you want to pursue it, and you really kind of are, you want things done a bit in a traditional way. With the internet, social media, you can kind of present yourself any way you want, but you are pretty much trying to, tired of having to figure out people's true intentions. But you're used to it and you can do it well. So let's take a look at this Emperor card. I'm drawn to that card. You have, it's a kind of a masculine energy, and with the High Priestess, feminine energy. You have the Seven of Cups. So again, it's a sense of needing to see what all the options are and really know which, cup is what it truly is, as opposed to what it seems it could be or might be. Let's look at the High Priestess over here. You have this Judgment card. So to some degree, you can be like silently judging people, but you're doing that because you want to keep in line with your best and highest good. You want to release whatever isn't for you, whatever, baggage might be kind of sneaking up on you. You don't want to deal with that. You're trying to be in a different place. So let's see what's going on with this Queen of Wands here. You have the Sun, and I am reminded by looking at this card, at the traditional Sun card, there's the child on a white horse, and it kind of stands for like purity and innocence. And there's also a bunch of sunflowers there, you know, a sense of growth and just really getting the sun's vibration and really thriving off of it. And to a degree, this sun, the way it's shaped, it actually looks like it could be a sunflower. So let's see here. I would say here there is I don't see communication as a main card here except for this High Priestess. But really, even the Queen of Wands, just how the Queen of Wands walks into a room and kind of commands attention, not by any explicit statements, but there's just an energy about the Queen of Wands that when they kind of walk into a room, all eyes are drawn to them, and basically it's a sense of confidence. Even with this Emperor, there's really not much that needs to be said. You're always, you know, a sense of understanding and authority being exerted without having to really explicitly, you know, say so. So here in this current energy of drum, this dream and journey, it's basically you are really connected. This Queen of Cups here is about you know, emotional connection, intuition. So again, resonating with the High Priestess and being really aware of feelings and what it is that, you know, you desire. You could at times be a little mesmerized by your own feelings, like deep in thought and reflective about it. But it seems to be that you are trying to really tune into your intuition and see what it is that is there. With the Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, it's a sense of having put in a lot of effort with the Nine of Wands, you know, energy, actions, the Seven of Pentacles, investing resources, time, money, and still kind of not getting exactly what it is that you were thinking would be occurring at this stage. But here with this drum, dream, and journey, it's as if it's asking you to continue like tapping into your intuition, and things will kind of go the way that you've been working towards. So let's take a look at the Seven of Pentacles here. You have the King of Wands. So for some of you, it may be that your investment that you've been putting your time and resource in is a connection with another individual, someone who is, you know, charismatic, someone who is similar to the Queen of Wands, but more action oriented. And definitely someone who grabs people's attention and seems to have caught your attention. So let's take a look at the Nine of Wands over here. You have the Page of Swords. So it could be that you've been trying to get more information, possibly, I don't know, maybe this truth be told, you've been kind of typically you want to stay on the high ground, but maybe you've been snooping on social media to find out about the King of Wands, or to find out about, you know, the things the King of Wands might be interested in. So let's see what's going on with this Queen of Cups. You have the Ten of Swords. Interesting. So here is a card about communication. About communication of your own ideas to yourself, communication with others, trusting the wrong people. But it could be that you've been, like I said, mesmerized by your emotions a little bit, and possibly, you know, having some self-talk that's not, that doesn't really lift you up. But here it seems that this truth be told, it's like you're trying to get out of that Ten of Swords energies and really be in a better place. So it does seem like this current energy of dream and journey has to do with, you know, your feelings for someone, and, you know, thoughts about how things are being communicated. So let's take a look at this message about your journey. This locked away card here is kind of about your sense of truth and not, you know, speaking your truth. And then when you don't speak your truth, it's as if you're hollow inside. So it could be that you have, you know, that is what you're learning. And that's why there's this concept of this truth be told over here. So with the Chariot, Two of Pentacles, and the Hermit, it's almost as if you're trying to negotiate these two, like, lessons here. With the Chariot of kind of driving forward, and attaining a certain type of victory. And with the Hermit, it's a little bit more withdrawn. There's not necessarily a set end goal. The Hermit is constantly on a journey, and the journey is, you know, pretty much what the Hermit is trying to achieve is the experienced gain from the journey itself. So with this, you know, this locked away thing, it could be that there's just something that you've hidden, and you think that that's the best thing to do. But if you've been feeling the weight of something, and it looks like you have with this Ten of Swords, really recognizing that you need to accept your feelings, you need to accept, you know, the state that you're in, so that you can at least acknowledge it and move on to a different state. That's something that kind of needs to happen, so that you're not denying yourself and you're as complete of an individual as need be. It's almost like here it's the concept of like the Strength card, and recognizing like the light and the dark, masculine, feminine, passive aggressive energies, and all different characteristics, and embracing them so that you can kind of have a better understanding of yourself and accepting yourself. So let's take a look at this Two of Pentacles here. You have the Queen of Cups again. So really with the Queen of Cups, I know with Libras, you're are an air sign, and air is more of this active energy as opposed to a passive energy, which is water. So let's take a look here at the Hermit. You have the Eight of Wands here. And this is about, you know, fast movement, progressing in like a way that is on target. With the Hermit, the Eight of Wands almost is like the messages aspect of it, because the Hermit moves at the Hermit's own pace. It's basically not in a rush like the Chariot. So let's take a look at the Chariot here. You have the Hierophant. And so you've got some major lessons going on here. You've got this desire to kind of advance and achieve some type of victory. You have this lesson here of not needing to convince others of your truth, actually, because the Hermit is constantly learning something, and it's for the Hermit's own benefit. It's the Hermit's journey. There's nothing that the Hermit has to prove to anyone. And with this Hierophant here, it's a connection of self to a higher power, a higher knowledge. For some, it's connection to a certain type of education, information, organization. So it's as if this, the Two of Pentacles is negotiating. It's negotiating a lot of things. And the main message seems to be this queen energy. The queen energy is very, all queens are related to the element of water. So it seems that for you, you've been really holding on to that aspect of air with the truth be told concept of truth is, the Suit of Swords, like the Ace of Swords is truth, and it also represents victory. But with these queen energies here, it seems that there is kind of something that you're not really acknowledging, or something that you're not really allowing yourself to experience when it comes to your emotions and being vulnerable. But here, I think you're working on it because of the Queen of Cups and Ten of Swords. Something is kind of popping up where you're having to look at your choices and where your vulnerabilities have kind of led you in the past. And that's really kind of helping you tune in with your intuition a little bit. But I would say make sure that, you don't have to do anything. It's almost as if you're taking some time away for yourself. The High Priestess and the Hermit have similar energies of, I get a sense of like quiet alone time, and it could be that you're processing this concept of your dream and journey, how you are vulnerable when it comes to relationships, how the idea of communication, it seems to possibly overwhelm you. And I would say to some degree, it doesn't hurt to, do some research on communicating. I know that Libras, they're about balance, they're about relationships, partnerships, but there can be a hang up when it comes to communicating about your feelings and being vulnerable. So this is what I have for you. I'm hoping it provides a helpful perspective of your week, and we'll see you next time. Take care.